For the longest time, AI has been this thing stuck behind a screen, right? Something we type at or maybe talk to. But that's all about to change. I mean, in a huge way. We're talking about a real revolution here, where AI is literally breaking out of the digital world and stepping into ours.
So, just think about this for a second. What if your AI assistant, the one in your phone or your smart speaker, what if it wasn't just stuck there? What if it could actually move and watch and interact with you in your home as something real?
Because, well, that's exactly what's happening. AI is getting a body. And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi movie. This is the next big play from the biggest names in tech and the most advanced labs in the world. It's set to change everything, from our living rooms to how we feed the entire planet. And where do we start? Well, let's start with a company we all know, Apple. They are gearing up for what might be their boldest move into AI yet. They're planning on taking Siri out of your pocket and giving it a life of its own.
All right, so here's the game plan, and it's a big one. It's this three-step process. First up, they're completely rebuilding Siri from the ground up, powering it with a large language model. Yep, the same kind of heavy-duty AI tech that runs things like ChatGPT. Then, by 2026, we're looking at a new smart home display. But the real kicker, the final piece of the puzzle, slated for as early as 2027, is a tabletop robot assistant. This is what will finally give Siri a real physical presence in our lives.
And what they're imagining for this robot is, well, it's pretty wild. We're talking about a display, like a tablet, but it's on a mechanical arm that can actually follow you around the room. So if you're on a FaceTime call, it locks onto you. It can even mimic gestures. Seriously, think of that little Pixar lamp, but it's alive and sitting on your countertop. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't just some rumor. The confidence inside Apple is through the roof. Craig Federighi, he's the head of software, he told his team that this whole Siri revamp has put them in a spot to deliver a much bigger upgrade than we envisioned. I mean, coming from Apple leadership, that is a massive statement.
And you better believe Wall Street is paying attention. The day this news about Apple's robotics plant dropped, their stock jumped 1.7%. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but for a company of Apple's size, it's huge. They're always looking for that next big thing after the iPhone, and it looks like investors are betting that physical AI, well, that's it.
Okay, but this whole revolution goes way, way beyond just a cool gadget for your kitchen. AI-powered robots are now being sent out to tackle some of the biggest, most critical problems on the planet.
Take a look at what's happening in China. Scientists there have rolled out GAR, the very first robot that can handle hybrid pollination all by itself. Now, think about the old way. It's slow, it's prone to error, super labor-intensive. This robot, it just cruises through greenhouses, spots the right flowers, and pollinates them with incredible precision. This could literally rewrite the future of agriculture. All right, now let's shift gears to one of the most highly skilled jobs on Earth, surgery. At Johns Hopkins University, researchers have created something called the Hierarchical Surgical Robot Transformer. Yeah, let's just call it SRTH. Now, get this. This isn't just a machine following orders. It's an AI that learned how to perform surgery by watching videos of human surgeons, just like how ChatGPT learned to write by reading the internet. This is an absolutely enormous leap forward. The SRTH robot successfully performed a key part of a gallbladder removal, completely autonomously. It was adapting in real time to things it couldn't have predicted, making judgment calls just like a human surgeon would. This is a massive step toward having fully autonomous surgery in real, unpredictable operating rooms. And this physical AI is also on the front lines, helping us rebuild when disaster strikes. After the terrible wildfires in California, a mobile robotic microfactory was set up. Now, normally, framing a house takes months. This robot, it does it in 10 days, and it cuts costs by around 30%. The best part? The whole factory can be deployed in just 30 days. It's an incredible example of how robotics can bring rapid, real-world help right when we need it the most. So, okay, we have all these robots starting to enter our world. That raises a huge question. How are we actually going to interact with them? The way we talk to machines? Well, it's about to change all over again. And you don't have to look any further than the race to build smart glasses. HTC just dropped their Vive Eagle. They weigh about the same as Meta's popular Ray-Bans, but they're packing a serious AI punch, real-time translation for 13 different languages. This just goes to show you the new battleground for tech you wear isn't just about style, it's about powerful built-in AI.
But let's be real, we're not quite living in a perfect sci-fi movie, at least not yet. If you want to see where things really are right now, check out the first World Humanoid Robot Games held in Beijing. You had robots competing in everything from soccer to kickboxing. And honestly, it was this amazing and, yeah, sometimes pretty clumsy look at just how far we've come and, well, how far we still have to go.
Just to put that in perspective for you, let's look at the 1500-meter race. The robot that won the gold medal finished in 6 minutes and 34 seconds, which, don't get me wrong, is an incredible feat of engineering, but the human world record is 3 minutes and 26 seconds, so it's almost double. It's a great reminder that while these machines are getting impressively fast and agile, there's still a pretty big gap to close.
Okay, let's pull all of this together. What does it all mean? What's the big takeaway here? Well, first, AI is breaking out of our screens and into the physical world. That's the main thing. Second, automation isn't just for factory lines anymore. It's moving into incredibly skilled fields like surgery. And finally, the way we think about personal assistants is changing. They're on a path to becoming real physical companions, and that's going to change our daily lives in ways we're just starting to imagine.
And all of this really leads to one last big question for you. As these incredibly intelligent machines start to walk and work and, live alongside us, what's the one job you think they should tackle first? The one thing that would really make our world a better place?